Boom.
All right, welcome back to the Angry Africans. My name is Sawachima.
Wilkie, what's going on?
Oh, man, it's been a weird one, hey.
Do you know what I've noticed? That intro, we haven't actually discussed how we do that yet. I felt like I was trying to insert myself, but then, then we had that weird pause in there.
Let's start
what I mean?
again.
It was like,
okay, hang on. Welcome to Angry Africans.
Yo! Ah, shit. Oh, fuck that. You know what? Yeah, screw the pooch. Well, can we do it one more? Like, maybe you say the first thing, and then I'll say something after.
Okay, are you ready?
Welcome to Angry Africans.
Okay. Welcome to...
Oh, wait, do I say Angry Africans?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you go.
Okay. Welcome to...
Angry Africans. Ah, fuck, man. I can't get that fucking shit right.
It's terrible,
just
man.
From now on, you just do it. You just introduce me. It's just like I was on the spot, man.
I think they know what the show is.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, like maybe 3 people for now, you know. Yeah, do we have any diehard Angry Africans out there? So what's going on?
Good, man. You look like a Mexican porn star.
Thank you.
Thank you. Porn star. The stash. I did say earlier that the stash is starting to grow on me now.
Ah, thanks, man. It's just nice that like every episode we do, at least someone will comment on the way I look.
Yeah. You look like a Tijuana man.
So this is what it's like to be a woman, hey? Just constantly judged on your appearance, whether it's the comments or whether it's the first thing. Oh, you look like a lesbian. Oh, you look like a fucking porn star. It's like, thanks, man.
Oh, you don't look like a lesbian anymore.
No, not today. But yeah, no, I understand. You know what? I'm going to start coming for, this whole thing you got going
hit
on.
me. Go ahead.
Dirty ass fucking shirt. Got that egg on there and shit and half dog hair. With the wrong podcast. You're wearing a Woolworths uniform at fucking Kmart.
Hey, let's not get personal.
It's literally like going to Kmart and being like, you know what? I'm just going to wear a Woolworths shirt.
No, this was the cleanest shit.
Really?
That's all I wear.
Who does your washing, bro?
Cleanest shit. Me.
Then why do you have a missus?
Hey?
Then why do you have a missus?
For fucking and sucking.
Oh, yeah.
All that sort of good stuff, I guess.
Right.
This is a weird start to the show.
Yeah, it was.
But...
Sorry, man. I didn't feel like that was... I felt like that was more... Welcome to the Angry Africans.
I just realized this is dirty, actually.
Oh, really? Would you... I mean, I can just give you shirts.
Nah, it's fine. I don't give a shit.
I
don't care. Anyway, did you see? What was that?
I said Make-A-Wish Foundation.
The Make-A-Wish
I'll just start throwing you clothes and shit. Like one of those I'll just take the skip bags out and be like, here you go, brother.
Oh, right. Oh, man, I don't want to look like a lesbian. But, no, thank you.
You're not angry enough to pull it off. That's what I noticed. I was like, how can I look like a lesbian?
Yeah. Well,
I'm not angry.
I will say this. You do have, I am kind of jealous of your dress sense. You have good dress sense.
Really?
You really do.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
You've got good fashion
You have
sense.
great dress sense if we were in the 70s.
Well, I'm like a dad now. You know what I mean?
Dress like
I dress like a dad.
You're like a dad cross Malcolm X. What happened to the aviators you were in the other day? Because those were very well.
Oh, the nice glasses.
I do like them.
I like them, but they're not practical because I have to like do other things today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they like, I don't know. I don't want to get them dirty. I don't want to smash them as well.
Never thought of contacts?
I do have contacts, but I don't like wearing them.
Really?
Yeah.
Just to, like...
Yeah, it hurts my eyes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I never learned how to do the...
Yeah, it's a bitch,
shit.
hey.
Do you wear contacts?
No, but I have done it for Halloween. You know, when you want to like make your eyes look way more scary and stuff, and then you're there just going like, ah! I've had contacts like in the back of my eye, like folded up, and I'm like, and then you just see the smudge across your face, and you look, and you're like,
oh my
what am I?
God.
Yeah, it's hectic, man. It's not the best.
Jesus Christ, that's horrific.
It is.
Well, what's interesting for me is that like I could wear contacts, but it's taught me a lot about myself. I don't want inconvenience.
Yes, then that goes with the whole dad style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I want to dress as if like you don't want to see me coming. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
This guy's inconspicuous. This guy is in the background.
Oh, like
bam.
Yeah, right. So you look like an NPC.
Yeah, I look like an NPC.
Basically,
Yeah.
This guy ain't gonna do no damage, and then you just come out of nowhere and you're like,
Yeah.
You have no touch knockouts, huh?
Yeah. I'm in the
practicing
women's bathroom. Bam.
Bottom of the slide.
Watch out, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of no touch knockouts.
Yeah.
Israel Adesanya versus Dricus Duplessis.
How does that have to do with no touching?
I don't know. It was just transition.
Oh, right. Like, so violence.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Knockouts, violence, UFC.
I like it.
Do you think
Yeah.
Israel Adesanya is the same fighter after he came back from losing to Sean Strickland?
Fuck, man. If this podcast ever does get big, I want to be friends with Izzy, but, you know, I owe it to my craft to be subjective and honest, okay?
Yeah.
You can't come back from something when someone says you fucking gave your dog a hand job publicly, bro. Like, I think that's it, bro.
Right.
I think losing to a guy that said you whacked off your dog and then you're like just super bummed out about it. You're like, oh man, people think I'm a dog molester now. And now I think that will fuck with his mental game, to be fair.
Oh, right.
I reckon he's one of the best athletes to ever walk the face of the earth. I really do. And he's probably one of the coolest people I've ever seen on TV, right?
Yeah.
He just, with the crump and the anime and the fucking, like, his whole antics and everything, he's just sick, right? And was, at one point, my favorite UFC fighter ever.
Right. So
Yeah.
what changed with that? Was it Sean Strickland?
I think it might have been, man. Like, I just think, like, lately towards the end, like, he just got very arrogant. Like, who was he meant to fight before Strickland?
Dricus.
Yeah, Dricus, you're out. Sean, you're in. Like, that kind of just... I remember a point where he used to be quite humble.
Yeah.
And then now it's kind of... Yeah, he was humble, but he was very... What's the word? He was very true to himself, which is what I liked.
Yeah.
And then I felt as if the arrogance started to pour on a little bit.
Right.
And then after that, after I feel that kind of just super arrogantness, I just go, not for me.
That's funny you should say that because I've always seen him as super arrogant.
No, because I think that arrogance can come across. Arrogance can come across for some people in different ways. Like,
well, I mean, he's earned it. You know, multiple
100%.
time UFC champion, like 2 sport champion. You're like, this guy's a bad motherfucker, and he's always only ever fought the toughest next fight.
Yeah, I mean, like, I liked him in his, like, Afro comb days and shit, man. When he's just up there and he's just talking about anime and just all that cool shit. Like, he just seemed very, like, he just seemed unapologetically himself.
Yeah.
And that's what I really liked about him. And I was like, he likes the anime. Like, he talks about New Zealand and stuff. And I really, really dig that about him.
So you think that he no longer is himself?
I think that ass whooping by someone. Imagine you're that good, right? You're the probably was renowned for being like one of the world's best strikers.
Yeah,
him, Alex Pereira. You know, like Anderson Silva was in the same. That fight he had with Anderson Silva, bro, that was so cool, man.
Yeah,
that was like some
sick fight, anime
shit.
fight, like straight out of a kung fu movie.
Yeah, but it was essentially like sparring. I reckon.
Yeah.
I think so.
He felt like he went easy on Anderson.
Yeah, I think like out of respect. And then I also think that it was kind of like a dick off, like a cock off sort of thing.
Yeah, and people don't like me saying that, by the way, that Adesanya went easy on Anderson. Because he did.
You think so?
Oh, he did 100%.
Yeah.
100% he went easy on him.
Like I think that they both kind of took it easy. I think that he might have. Yeah, I reckon he would have. No,
I think Anderson.
Wait, we'll come back to that because
what we here's what I think. I think Anderson is pretty good, like obviously a great fucking striker.
Yeah,
but pretty limited when it comes to leading. Like he's not good at leading the dance.
But then
you know
again,
what I mean?
that's never been Izzy's thing either. Like he's always been more of a counterpuncher. Like if you
yeah,
watched
he's a
him
great counterpuncher. Izzy can
Yo
lead.
Romero, like that was what the fuck was that? Like
who's gonna fight Yo Romero like that?
Yeah, exactly. Who's gonna go and just? But you know who would? Alex Pereira.
Yeah,
Alex Pereira don't fuck around, cuh. He's the beast, bro.
I reckon Romero takes him out.
What?
At 185? I think Romero beats Alex Pereira.
No way. I don't think so. I mean, if like the only way I could see him winning is by his fused neck not moving when he gets head kicked. Pereira's like, oh fuck. But no, like I genuinely think like I've watched that fight a couple of times with Izzy and Anderson Silva, and I thought that they both took it easy. I felt like there was a glorified sparring match out of respect. I think there wasn't much grappling. I think there was a bit of clinch game, which is super common in Muay Thai as well, up against the cage, that kind of stuff. But it was predominantly striking, and I think you're right. I think Izzy would have gone easy on him for sure. But Izzy never leads the dance anyway, I don't find. Like, I feel like he finds his range. He'll hit with a jab, maybe like a cheeky kind of cross. But most of his time, most of his knockouts have been counter punches. Like when he knocked out Robert Whittaker, counter punch. When he rocked out Pereira, counter punch. Beautiful fucking what he does.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I don't think he was going in for the kill. Mm-hmm. But then again, I don't think that Anderson was either. I think it was just a glorified sparring match to go, look how sick we actually are at this. You got the two legends. It's like when you watch one of those, what it's like when you watch those Muay Thai fights that are already kind of set up. Yeah. And they obviously look fake, but I believe that they both took it easy on each other.
Well, I would believe the same thing if Anderson didn't talk a bunch of shit afterwards. Did you know that?
What kind of shit was he talking?
Oh, he didn't fight me like a champion. Oh, he ran away. Oh, that's not how.
But he said that about Anderson Silva.
Israel Adesanya.
Oh, Anderson Silva
said that about Israel Adesanya.
Oh, okay. Well, Anderson Silva is like, he's got that champ mentality.
Yeah.
He's super competitive and stuff. So I'm not surprised people say that kind of shit. Whereas Izzy would have shown nothing but respect.
Yeah, and he did.
But I think if they actually were fighting for a title and Anderson was just not taking a paycheck, and I think that Anderson in his prime, if they were predominantly striking, Izzy would still have won.
Yeah. I think
this can only get you so far.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like Izzy's kickboxing pedigree is much higher. Anderson he fought some Muay Thai, some boxing.
Yeah.
But he's predominantly MMA.
Yeah. He was just very all round. He could just do everything, man. Like when he
Izzy has
choked
like
out
100 fights in kickboxing.
Yeah.
100 fights.
That's what I was saying. He's predominantly, so if we're going back to the Sean Strickland thing.
Mm.
I think when you're held to such a high degree, yeah. Let's just say let's just say argument's sake, he's one of the best kickboxers who's ever walked the face of it. One of the most technical.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't know what he compares to some of those K1 guys but he's very, very good. Yeah?
He's very good.
And then you got some dude like Sean Strickland comes and mops you. Like that was a mop.
Yeah.
Right? It's gotta be an ego check because that's got to bum you out, man, because Sean Strickland his style is ugly and it looks so simple, but he gets the job done, yeah?
It's very effective.
Lately, he has been. A lot more than he's really come into his own. So I think if you're Izzy, you're kind of this great fighter that's well known for his kickboxing, and then this dick of a human comes and mops you.
Yeah.
And he makes you look bad, and you're this world-class striker. I think that's got to have some kind of mental blockage for you.
Yeah.
But then again, I think Dricus is good, but I think he's a monster for that weight class. He's huge.
He's massive.
Big boy. Nothing but brying and, just Afrikansness.
Yeah. I can't help.
I think that Izzy might.
I can't help but defend Izzy in this regard because he had fought more than anyone else. I think he'd had more fights.
No, I'm not taking it away from.
Oh
Izzy.
no, what I mean is I think the performance people shit on his performance a little bit too much considering what was happening in his career.
Yep.
I mean,
they're always going to though, man.
Yeah, for sure. But I think more people have, like Volkanovski, for example, right? Who had a kind of similar trajectory with the whole Islam, Like Volkanovski lost bad to Islam, especially that second fight, but he didn't get shit on nearly as much as
because of the
Izzy
personality. So
yeah,
if
is that fair?
No, but that's just how the world works. So
Yeah.
if you're a Conor McGregor, your downfall was going to be much harder than your uprising, right?
Yeah.
But his uprising was so fast because he's got that mental A-class personality. You can't recreate another Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? It's like Ian Gary. Like, he has to be my least favorite fighter of all time, right? I just do not like the guy. I just think he sucks. I think he's like he would be that kid in school that would tell the teacher when something bad happened. You know what I mean? He's he's just a whistleblower, you know? Like, I just don't, I don't like him. So when he loses, the whole world's going to be like, yeah, on the internet, your wife, you cuck.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Izzy because he comes across as arrogant, which I can see on surface level. I go, he's unapologetically himself, and the way that I can, the way I can understand that, and for someone that isn't arrogant at all, like you, okay,
yeah,
you're a pretty humble guy. So sometimes when people sometimes people come across as themselves and they come across as arrogant, you'll pick up on that. I won't really see that because I come across as arrogant sometimes.
Right.
I've had that quite a lot in my life where people think I'm arrogant because of the way my personality is. As I've gotten older, I don't believe that's the case, but I can understand why the internet shits on him so much is because he has that whole thing where he's confident in himself and it does come across as arrogance. So people want to see him lose.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I just think that with him especially, don't you feel there's an extra layer of hatred with Israel Adesanya compared to other fighters?
Well, I mean, it depends. It depends on like, what do you mean by hatred? Like, do you mean like his fans or like people?
No,
have turned on
just Israel Adesanya follows the same trajectory as GSP.
Okay.
GSP when he was fighting. I mean, look, everything Israel Adesanya has done in his career, including fighting Sean Strickland, has been like everything you want a fighter to be.
Yeah, I agree.
When he picks fights, he always picks the toughest guy.
Yep.
He fought Romero when Romero was not even a challenger.
Yep.
Romero had lost 2 title fights, but he was the toughest fighter in the division. He fought him.
Yep.
Sean Strickland, he could have waited when Dricus du Plessis got injured. He could have waited for Dricus du Plessis. Oh, I'm going to take some time off because he just fought like 2 massive fights with Pereira. He is all within his rights to take time off. And then, 5 months later, fights Sean Strickland. And then when he's fighting Sean Strickland, even when he gets dropped, he can't figure the guy out, still doesn't give up, keeps fighting.
Yeah.
And then he takes a break, right? Which Conor McGregor, when he took a break, it was like 3 years. John Jones, 3 years. Israel Adesanya is a year.
Yep.
That's like
it's big for him.
Yeah, but it's like for some champions, that's their usual schedule.
Yeah.
So he's done everything right as a champion and as a fighter.
Yeah.
But people are still quick to call him a pussy. Hang on. Because like what's interesting with him, the comparison that I made with GSP is GSP experienced the same thing. When GSP was fighting, he always fought the toughest guy, never ran away from a challenge, beat everyone overwhelmingly, but people hated him for it.
Yeah.
They just hated this guy for no reason. And then once he retires, it's like, oh, he was the greatest champion. Oh, he was always my favorite fighter. Oh,
Yeah.
That's the same thing that's going to happen with Israel Adesanya when he's retired. Right now, they're going to hate him. They're going to say, oh, he's shit, he's boring, he's fake, he's cringe.
Yeah.
But then you're going to see it, those same people, when he retires, oh, man, he was my favorite fighter growing up. I had an Israel. That's what I mean. It's like the hatred that he experiences is so overwhelming that it doesn't match up with reality.
Yeah, but I think you're also basing that on people that are casual fans. So a guy that knows fighting like you, right? You can have a look at that and go, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whereas most 99% of these fans see it for face value.
And they're retarded.
Yeah. But it's like any sport, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I watch basketball, I'm like, LeBron James is my favorite.
Yeah.
You know, but then he does something, I don't like LeBron James anymore. Like that's the casual fan doesn't know how much time and effort and spacing and what he compares to other champions. And if he did it right or did it not right as a champion.
Yeah.
What people will, and Volkanovski, right? He's got such a humble personality where you just can't hate the guy. No matter what he does, if he loses, it's tough. He's like a cherub to us Aussies. It's like, Volkanovski!
Yeah. It's like Max Holloway. You can't hate Max Holloway.
Exactly. And it's like if a Kiwi or an Australian especially have someone like that, they hold on to it because the whole thing in New Zealand, it's like, be humble. We grew up there in school.
Yeah.
It's always be humble. Don't ever shine.
Tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to get cut down by his own people. He's going to get cut down by anyone because of the way his personality is. The reason why I liked him so much was not because of his fighting ability. And I don't dislike him now. I never said I didn't like him. I'm just saying he's not my favorite anymore.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But the reason why I liked him so much was his personality. And when people would say, "Oh no, I don't like Izzy," I'm like, "No, he's dope, bro." Like he comes, he's like, "Oh, but what's all that dancing shit?" I was like, "Bro, he's crumping," and then he does a flip, and then he does all this ninja shit. It's dope, man. Like he's doing him, which I really respect. I respect anyone that can just unapologetically be themselves, which is why I've always really, really liked him.
Yeah.
The arrogance lately has kind of just been like, man, come on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the New Zealand coming out. It's just a bit. I liked what he was doing before. He just seemed he was doing it in a way where he was still kind of. He didn't have a chip. I feel like he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder being the champ for that long. It's kind of gotten to him, and shit's kind of pissing you off. So it's like a defense mechanism.
So
but you can imagine if you're on the limelight that much, you're on the cover of the EA games, you're fighting 5 times a year, you've got constant people just talking mad shit. You can't wrestle. You're not a real champ. You're a skinny motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll take you out. Bro, that's got to take a toll. So I understand where he's coming from. You know, I understand where that sense of fucking pride and ego needs to come from to be able to defend your manhood within yourself as well to keep on fighting, you know?
So what happens with him and Dricus Duplessis?
In what regard? Like the
Who
fight?
wins?
Okay. I'm still going for Izzy,
Uh-huh.
right? Dricus is like, he's like my countryman or whatever, but I'm still going for Izzy, man.
Dricus is ugly, tough, not stylish.
Good looking dude.
No.
He looks like a Chad, bro. He looks like every fucking frat cunt ever.
Dude, he looks handsome until you put him next to anyone remotely good looking. Like put him next to Israel Adesanya, he looks like a goblin.
Yeah, I was saying he's a good looking dude. He is, but he's half Chinese, so.
Yeah. But he gets the job done, man. I mean, even in that Sean Strickland fight, which a lot of people think he lost, he looked really good.
I thought
he out-toughed him. He did the right thing.
I thought that Strickland won that fight, believe it or not.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah, and the reason why I thought that Strickland lost is because he got that hell bad cut. And I think that cut kind of really impaired his vision and his timing and his judgment. He did come back later on in the rounds, but Dricus started to really just bite gum and just go for it, And I think that it was a cool fight to watch. But I still remember myself and Sinead watching it, and as soon as they were like, Dricus, we were both like, no!
Sean Strickland has this annoying habit of every round, even if he's dominating, is super close. Because he just has no power in his punches.
Yeah, but that's why he can fight for so long. That's why he doesn't get tired.
That's
it's
true.
the same with Nate Diaz.
Nick Diaz as well.
Nick Diaz, yeah.
Yeah. If he had that, like Nick Diaz and Nate had that jiu-jitsu where they'll beat you up and then take you to the ground and choke you out.
Yeah, that'd be
Sean
incredible.
doesn't have that. If he had that, he would be like...
He'd be so good. But I just don't understand. His style is so weird. It's just one knee up and like Go on, Jack.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's so good at just putting things in your way. Like he'll put the
just walk you down.
Yeah, he'll teep you. He'll put that weird jab. He's always over here.
Yeah.
He learned that. I think like Pereira kind of fights like that as well, where he has his hands in front of you and his head far away, and then yeah.
Hey, well, this is funny because he got knocked out by Pereira, and then he goes, "Can I come train with you?"
Yeah,
and then learns everything, and then now he's like a hell sick striker. You're like,
beats.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of
really
cool.
cool.
Actually, really cool.
It's really cool.
So you got to pay credit where credit's due. You know, for me personally, like I don't know who wins that fight. I think it's either really close, or Adesanya comes out of nowhere with some like written in the stars type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think Dricus's striking is so basic and so textbook that it'll be hard for Israel to do his really fancy shit. Because I think Sean was unorthodox as well, but like, Dricus...
Did you call Dricus textbook?
Well, just in the way that he just throws his 1-2s, hooks, and then wrestles.
I think he throws like 7.5s.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
He fights like... remember when Manny Pacquiao's mom was putting a hex on... was it Timothy Bradley? Remember that? Where she's like...
Oh, really?
That's how Dricus Duplessis fights.
It's the ugliest thing ever, but he is good with his guard. He is good with keeping his hands up, and he can take a fucking punch.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people have good defense, basic boxing, sometimes it's hard for those super technical guys to get reactions out of them because they don't react.
Yeah.
They just go, I'm going to do my 1-2. But then, I don't know. The wrestling side of things as well, I feel like Dricus is a much bigger, stronger guy. He is a lot bigger and a
better
lot
grappler
stronger.
too.
Much better. And if he grabs a hold, I don't think he's elite though. He's no Chael Sonnen. He's no Islam. Like, he's good at wrestling, but he's not that good. Well, maybe we haven't had a chance to see him. I think it might just be that he's that big.
Yeah, I mean, the best wrestler that Izzy has fought is Kevin Gastelum.
Yeah, that was an amazing fight.
Yeah, Kevin took him down. And then also, Kevin is a way better striker than Dricus Duplessis will ever be.
Yeah.
So, and Izzy looked pretty good on the ground with Kevin Gastelum.
Yeah.
He got his back taken by...
Yeah, he almost got a choke in there, but just decided not to go with it.
Yeah, well, I was saying he got his back taken by Marvin Vittori. That's not good.
Who?
When Marvin Vittori took Israel Adesanya's back.
Oh.
Remember that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so that was like a little bit worrying because Dricus's top game is really good. Yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago, but it's like a pattern. He was on his back with Kevin Gastelum, was on his back with Jan Blachowicz, he was on his back with Marvin Vittori, and Robert Whittaker took him down as well. Although it's important to say all four of them didn't really do anything with him.
Yep.
But Dricus looks like he's the type that can do something.
He'll sit on top of you and hold you down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and then also Adesanya's 35. We don't really know what's going on up there. Maybe he's not the same guy as he was before.
It'd be a shame because I really enjoy watching him fight.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed his career, and he always has been. Like, he's still my top 5 favorite UFC fighters of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
I just think it's just a bit of an ego check from the Sean Strickland fight.
Yeah.
And I feel as if I hope he's hungry to make that comeback. Because if he beats Dricus and then he comes back and beats Strickland, I think like then it's time to maybe move on.
I'm going to retire.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he did say he has a hit list. Dricus, Sean Strickland, Hamzat Chimaev.
Hamzat Chimaev?
Yes. That's his hit list. He wants to fight Hamzat, Dricus, and Sean Strickland.
What do you think of what I think he beat Strickland the second time because he just figures out what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That's the thing. Like I don't think he took it that seriously. I think it's like fucking Sean Strickland.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm like, what I was gonna say before is that was around the time when he had that horrible legal case against his ex. And
I didn't read
yeah, a
into
lot of people
that,
don't know that.
Yeah,
he was in like a massive legal battle with his ex.
Yeah,
and
but out of respect, let's maybe not go into that. Like, if you know what it's all about and shit.
Oh, it's on the news, so we're not. I'm not talking out of turn. I didn't hear it from
from
Auckland WhatsApp group. Yeah.
No,
Did you know that fucking Israel's brother told me? No. It's in the news. He has a big legal battle with his ex over like assets and shit, and then he had a DUI around the same time as well. Like just before that fight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then
I don't DUI. Fucking, who cares? Like, that's not even.
It was a weird DUI. It was
I
one
have
of those,
a DUI.
Yeah, well, it was like one where if it was in the States, he would be legal, but in New Zealand, you know how New Zealand is.
Yeah.
It
Can't have any fun.
It's slightly over in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Donald Trump.
No, sorry. Kanzat and Izzy, who do you think wins that? I think Kanzat's getting good, but he's not active enough. I don't feel like I don't think he's like. I don't know if he's. No, actually, to be fair, that fight with Kevin Holland, that was horrible.
What's that?
Kevin Holland. When Kanzat fought Kevin Holland,
Nah, it wouldn't go like that. But
that was. Bro,
yeah, but
that was
to be
awful.
fair, Kevin Holland found out he was fighting Khamzat the next day.
Yeah, and kudos to him, man.
He's got
to
balls
Kevin.
of steel, man. But he shouldn't have taken that fight.
Kevin Holland, man. Like, I'm gonna fight this monster that's just like, I kill everybody.
Yeah,
like that's. He's like the Arabic Mike Tyson sort of thing. You know what I mean? Chechen, sorry.
Well, he was.
Well, I mean, technically that makes you Arabic, doesn't it? Because he's an Arab.
No.
Chechen is not Arab?
No.
What is it? Russian?
Yeah.
But I thought that, but like, is Dagestan?
That's Russian
Arab?
as well.
But it isn't Arabic?
No. They're Islam. They're Muslim.
Oh. That's why you should read books.
This guy doesn't read books. It's like,
look at the nerd.
They're not Arabic. They're Muslim. It's like, what's the difference?
No. I didn't say that. I just don't know much about the faith, G. Fuck.
Anyway,
wait, but who do you think wins?
Who do I think wins between Israel Adesanya versus Khamzat Chimaev? Well, couple of things. Khamzat Chimaev is dealing with some serious health issues right now.
Yeah.
He's like been on death's door for like his last fight. He was supposed to fight Robert Whittaker. Guy was on death's door. And then that wasn't the first time that he was that sick, because when he was supposed to fight Leon Edwards, he got sick again, almost died. Yeah, almost died of COVID. And then managed to come back. And then the fight with him and Kamaru Usman proved that if you lost that first round against Khamzat Chimaev, you have a chance.
You have a chance.
You know what I mean?
That's saying something powerful in itself. It's like, you have a chance.
But then
God has given you a second chance.
That's right. So if Khamzat Chimaev cannot submit Israel Adesanya or cannot consistently take him down, he's in for a bad night. Because the guy, Khamzat is a pretty good striker.
Tough guy, man.
Hits hard, good striker, fast, athletic as all hell.
Yeah.
But he has some holes in his fucking striking, man.
Definitely does.
Yeah.
However, I think just the way that you said that, if you can survive the first round, then you have a chance. I think that basically wraps it up. Like, he's a monster. And I think Izzy is very good.
Yeah.
But this kind is young. Everything's been exploding his whole life. He's very angry.
Yeah.
I think that he is, the fact that the way you describe that, I go, that's kind of answered my question.
Look, I still don't think he...
I don't think it'll be a walk in the park.
Yeah, I don't think I still don't even think he wins, like, right off the bat.
Who? Khamzat?
Yeah.
I don't know. We got to kind of see how he does against Duplessis, and then after we've seen that, and then we go, okay,
Exactly.
But Izzy is the type that he just comes out of nowhere, man.
Yeah.
Like that fight with Pereira, like that was sick.
Yeah, he knows how to win, man. Israel Adesanya his mind is fucking cast iron.
Yeah, and except when you tell him about like jacking off his dog, then obviously not. Maybe that's the weak point.
Yeah,
it's like grabbing the tail of the Saiyan.
And also legal case as well. I think there was a lot of.
I think it was mostly the dog jacking off thing.
Fair enough. Did you ever see his kickboxing days?
No, I'm not that diehard.
Oh man, there's this. It's like a 30-minute compilation of him fighting this tournament against like heavyweights.
Oh wow,
like kickboxing heavyweights.
That's cool.
And I think he knocks everyone out. It's like a 6-man tournament.
That's insane.
And he fought 3 times, and I think he stopped all 3 guys.
That's so cool.
Heavyweights. One of them was a Australian heavyweight kickboxing champion.
Wow.
Knocked him out with 1 punch, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Izzy's his honestly his best days are his kickboxing days because fuck, he was so good, man.
Yeah. I don't take that away from him.
Anyway, moving on
to the Trump thing. I also want to talk about Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, righto. Okay, well, we're running out of time. Which one do you want to address first?
I'm just going to address this really quick, all right? So I watched the new Beverly Hills Cop, right? And those 3 movies were some of my favorite movies of all time, right?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy in his prime in the 80s. I noticed that if you're going to go watch this movie, the first half an hour suck. Like, it sucks, bro. It's just that fucking humor where it's like, we need to put that shit in there to make people, to do the right thing by the corporations. We'll put all that woke shit in there.
Okay.
And then it gets better. They include all the characters from, like, the main characters from the old ones. The soundtrack is banging.
Uh-huh.
And then it gets better towards the end, right?
Okay.
But I just feel as if when I watched it, I was like, it's not on par with the ones that and I figured out why, right? It doesn't compare to the older ones. Now, when I watched Men in Black,
yes,
I thought the newest Men in Black, not the one without Will Smith, but the one in 2012 with Will Smith
and Josh Brolin.
Yeah, and he goes back in time.
Yes,
I thought that was better than the first 2. I genuinely thought it was better. That was my personal take on it. I thought it was sick how they go back to the 60s. They've still got the same humor. And then I thought that this was like not even on par with the shittest Beverly Hills Cop from the 80s, right?
Right.
Because Beverly Hills Cop 3 sucks compared to the other 2.
Well,
okay?
It was the same with Coming to America. Do you remember that?
I think I've seen the second one. It's like nowhere near as good.
Yeah, like the first one is like classic.
Amazing movie.
One of the top 20 movies of all time. Clean. Yeah, and then the second one is so bad.
Yeah, and I think it's because they made that Men in Black movie in 2012 when movies were still kind of good, and now they've done a remake in 2024, 23.
Yeah,
and it's like, come on, like it's just you see all that the humor that they throw in there just for the woke shit, and then they'll go into the rest of the movie. You know what I mean? So I think it like for me, like I was kind of like, oh shit, they did it again. You know what I mean?
So who's coming back? Like who's
So you've got Taggart, which is the old guy from the first one. You've got the what's his name? Bobby? No. What's his name? Tommy or something like that. The rookie kind of cop guy that's like always like, Axel, what are we doing? Obviously you got Eddie Murphy, and then you've got the gay guy. What's his name? Serge, and he's like, I would not shut up. You're fucking,
right.
And he's hilarious, man. He's so funny.
Right.
And they've put some fun. There's some funny shit in there. It is funny, but it's just kind of like it's not as good as what it used to be.
What it could be, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they could have gone a bit more raw with it.
So is Eddie Murphy funny in it?
Not nearly as funny, man. It seemed like because they went with the whole father-daughter relationship thing.
Okay.
Like he has a daughter, but he wasn't there for her for the past 5 years, and they're like rekindling that flame. And it's like, what? Like, why? It's just a whole lot of sensitivity shit that was put in there, which Beverly Hills Cop never really had. It was just funny explosions, ding, 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 like cool music, and that was kind of it, you know. And now it's funny, sick music, and then like some father-daughter rekindling relationship type fucking vibe,
Right.
you know. But I think he can't do the shit that he used to do, so they used another guy to kind of be his sidekick sort of thing.
Right. Well, you know they were gonna do a before they made this movie, they're gonna make it as a miniseries.
Yeah, well, the movie was a better idea than the miniseries, I believe.
Yeah, and then Eddie Murphy was supposed to be the police chief.
That would have been better. I feel.
Right.
I feel like that would have actually been better because you know what it seemed like to me? Beverly Hills Cop, the fourth Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
It seemed like Dr. Dolittle in a Detroit jacket solving crime. That's what it seemed
The
like
first
to me.
one.
It's just like Dr. Dolittle, man. Like just an old Eddie Murphy that doesn't have that same kind of...
Right,
you know?
right.
You know what I mean?
Like
that
he doesn't
same,
have
like,
the same...
get your ass out. Like, you know, all that
Right.
just fucking shit he did in all those fucking first movies.
Well, it's important
The
to
humor
realize
was-
he was 23 and now he's 60.
I know, but it's kind of like... Just did it. They should have just done it better. And I don't take it away. Eddie Murphy is one of my favorite people of all time.
Yeah.
I think he is the funniest person alive.
Yeah.
In the 80s. So funny,
It's
man.
so funny.
But why'd they do him like that, man? Like I was
Well,
I was so sad.
Let me guess. I haven't seen the movie, but I'm going to guess a few things. Right off the bat, the movie, everyone's really well dressed.
What, the main characters?
Yeah, in this movie.
Eddie Murphy's not, but yeah, everyone else is.
But they're all like clean cut, clean clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
The movie is probably shot really good.
Very good.
And the action is like okay, but there's some CGI where you're like, ugh.
I wouldn't notice that. I'm not that switched on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
You
like
would.
every Hollywood movie right now. They're all too clean. Hollywood hates working class people.
You think so?
Yes. When is the last time you saw working class people in a movie?
Working class?
Like, yes. Like people making below, in America, $45,000 a year. You don't really see them anymore. You only see like people that are like super glitzy and glamour, well dressed. Even if they're beat cops, they're always like super fucking squeaky. You don't see working class people in Hollywood anymore, and that's why comedies suck now because they're too clean.
Bobby from Beverly Hills, Bobby or whatever his name was, Tommy or the cop that was like underneath always Axel's little sidekick thing.
Yeah.
They dressed him like shit and his hair was shit. He looked like an alcoholic. But maybe he's just an alcoholic.
Do you remember how grimy the first one looked? Like Los Angeles looked grimy. Even if it was Beverly Hills.
They made Beverly Hills look really fucking good. But I guarantee you behind that camera is a bum. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in
Just
this,
like
in this
pushing
Q&A.
Yeah, like Crack Sparrow pushing a trolley and shit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what do you think about talking about surface level sort of things, right? Surface level sort of things that's like it's not what it is. What do you think of the new election? The American election. Did you watch it?
Oh, right. Trump
I know
versus
you watched
Biden.
it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I didn't watch it. I'm like trying to put you on the spot.
Right. What did I think about Trump versus Biden? I really think if you're an American right now, you have to be going, I think it's over. I think America's done.
Yeah.
I think, and you know what? I wanted to talk about this when we were speaking yesterday, but like, we're all gonna miss America when it's gone. Like everyone wants to shit on America, but America is dope, and we're all closet Americans. We all wish we were kind of American.
Absolutely.
Like all our favorite music, all our favorite films, the food, we all like.
Pop
even
culture.
If you hate America, you think they're imperialist dogs, infidels, whatever you want to be, whatever, you still like something American. And when it's gone, we're all going to shed a tear, and the world's going to be less for it. Because the problem with America maybe is that it was just too free.
Definitely too free in regards to that every second dude has a gun. What are those stand your ground laws and shit like that?
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous, man.
I think because we live in the West. We're in a Western society.
Yeah.
But we, especially here in Australia, New Zealand, the UK, we really don't have a sense of what the West is at its extreme, which is what America is. We have to take the responsibility to look at the lessons that we're being taught by America right now and go, let's not make the same mistake. Biden and Trump, no matter what you think, if you are pro-Biden or you're pro-Trump, just on the issues, you have to admit, this is pretty bad.
Bottom of the barrel type shit.
But very bottom of the barrel. We have an 82-year-old walking corpse and then a convicted felon.
Yeah.
And like you can go, oh, Trump, it was the system against him. But like, what has Trump done? Like everything that he ran on, he didn't do. He didn't lock her away. There were more deportations under Obama than there were under Trump. There's less legal immigration in America because of Trump. Legal immigration, not illegal immigration. There's more illegal immigration. What else did he run on? He said he was going to drain the swamp. He didn't do that. He said he was going to reform the CIA and the FBI. He didn't do that. He said he was going to release the JFK clips. He didn't do that. So, like, anyone who's like, oh, but Trump did this, he's like, he didn't do anything. He just sort of, like, took any good things that Obama did, and then he just sort of, oh, yeah, this is what I did, and then he didn't do anything. And then Biden is the same thing. The good things that happened with Bush and Obama, oh, I did that, and then he just fucking passed it on.
I don't think Obama was that good. Neither was Bush. Like, you said something that was pretty interesting.
Well, look, no president's good. But look, this is the point that I'm saying.
You did say a while back, which I thought was interesting. You said, where are your JFKs? Where are your Ronald Reagans?
Yeah, but hang on. Let me make my point. Is that the point is when Bush and Obama, who are not, you can't say they're good people. Obama bombed more people than any other president. Bush fucking started the war on terror. Pretty much took away America's rights in terms of like surveillance, et cetera, et cetera. Put Julian Assange, put him on the run, him and Obama. They put him on the run. But you have to admit that those two governments were at least competent.
Competent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bush and Obama had to deal with the 2008 financial crisis.
Yeah. I understand that. Yeah.
Bush 100%. Had to deal with 9/11.
He had to deal with it.
Huh?
Fuck yeah, he had to deal with it.
Yeah, he had to deal with it. But whatever you think happened, he had to deal with that. It was a wartime president. Barack Obama had to inherit one of the worst economies ever. And then he had to deal with the extended power of the CIA and the surveillance state. Yeah. The deep state, whatever it is. And he tried some things. Obamacare didn't work, et cetera, but at least they did stuff. Obama and Biden have done shit all. They've done fuck all for you guys. They've literally done nothing for you. And you guys are still trying to suck this guy's dick and suck this guy's dick.
It's not that they want, man. It's just whoever can be pushed out, that they have someone to be the front runner for that side, and that's it.
Yeah, but like, look,
they don't want people that have huge moral compasses anymore.
Yeah, but who is it? The American? If it is, and we spoke about this just earlier. Yeah. If it is a cabal of like people above the American system, and they're giving the president orders, if they just, all right, have this slop, whatever the fuck, you deal with it, then that's one thing. But if you genuinely believe that it is a government for the people, by the people,
that's not true.
But there's people that believe that. I would put it to you that it is your responsibility to fucking at least admit the fact that this is the bottom of the barrel. We're praising Trump for talking better than Biden.
Okay, so yeah, you're right.
That's
and those are
not-
the same people that believe that those are the best two people for the country, and they're the ones that, you know, they pick one or the other. They're the same people that believe that the police are there to protect you. They're the same people that think that the economy and paying like big corporations are actually donating money to charity because they give a fuck about charity.
Yeah.
They don't.
And
they
then-
give a fuck about tax write-offs. They give a fuck about
money.
About we look good. Do you think McDonald's gives a fuck about anything they fucking...
No.
No!
And then you look at who are the top donors of both the Trump campaign and the Biden campaign. The two top donors are both, and now this is where it gets crazy. Just look up who's the top donor of Biden and who's the top donor of Trump, and then look at what those two people have in common.
What are they? Because I don't know.
They're both members of a certain lobby that has influence in Washington.
Are you talking about like...
Don't say it, because this video will get removed. But that's what it is. And everyone kind of knows it in the back of their heads, but just look it up, have a look, and you'll see that's exactly who it is.
I want to look at the election for comedic value as well because it's fucking hilarious. Australian politics, they never used to really do this in New Zealand. They would have a sense of, and my stepdad being South African would always be like, no, you always have to respect your opponent and go at them factually.
Yeah.
National. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those. And then when I came to Australia, just seeing these guys talking shit in the adverts for their campaigns and stuff, like Labor government is fucked, like pretty much in all the adverts. I was like, this is hilarious. And then you go to America.
It's even worse.
And you see Trump going like, I don't even know if he knows what he said.
Yeah.
Like, and literally it's to the point where they're having arguments where it's almost like, you seen that video where the where they're having a rap battle and the guy's like, ooh, like it's almost like some 8 Mile shit.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Like, these cunts are fucking meant to be like the most looked up to people in the entire world. And what the normal person will think is like, these two guys are running the country. They're not, okay?
They're not.
They're pulling the strings. There are people that are pulling the strings and they're the face of the company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, who's really making all the money from Die Hard 3? Is it the fucking actor? No, it's the people that own the movie theater, the movie studio. Yeah, they're making all the big money.
Yeah.
And I got to look at it for what it is. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, we're in a situation where we're pretty fucked. And yeah, if there's some war or whatever, like, the fuck am I going to do about it? You know, I can see it for like how stupid it actually is becoming, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first thing that we can all do is just to make sure that we're not like that with each other.
What do you mean?
Like, if we're having a political disagreement, we shouldn't... I shouldn't just, oh, well, you're a fucking Nazi anyway. Oh, you're a fucking cuck beta Democrat
racist
anyway.
And shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that is not helpful, because that's the whole genesis of it all, is that these people are like it's like a negative feedback loop. They behave in the way that you let them behave. If the Americans just went, we're not going to take this, even those people that run everything have to at least listen, have to at least give you responsible choices. But if you guys are just like, oh, you know, he's hilarious. Oh, look at old Biden. Ha. You know what I mean? Oh, you know, I don't quite think he's genuine, but I saw him in a church. You know, they all say that with Trump. Oh, I saw him holding a Bible. Oh, it's fine. You know,
It's a baby on the forehead.
Yeah, if that's your standard, then this is what you're going to get. But if you demand more of your leaders, then you're going to get better leaders. But you guys don't. And we don't.
I do. I was the fucking baby in the Nelson Mandela advert. What are you talking about? What the fuck have you done?
Not you.
Look that up, right?
He was the baby.
I was in the baby for the Nelson Mandela advert for the South African elections, all right?
Look it up.
Yeah. Fucking, I was doing that shit since I was a baby. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but demand more of your leaders, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Trump, even if you love Trump, if you love Biden, love him. Let them be mayors. Let Trump be the mayor of New York City. Let Biden be the mayor of Vermont or whatever the fuck.
You hear that
state.
shit The Rock was going to run?
Yeah, like don't get the fucking Rock
The
to
fuck
run.
you need The Rock for, man?
Even Oprah. Don't get Oprah
Fuck
to run,
Oprah, bro.
Yeah,
Honestly,
get
man.
outta
Like,
here.
can you imagine? Like, those people live in an illusion. Yeah, they were poor once upon a time. But for the past 30 years, they've literally had they've had slaves, right?
Yeah.
They've got that much money that everyone does everything for them.
Right.
I'll be surprised if The Rock wipes his own ass. You know what I mean? Like, he's got that much money. It's the highest paid actor in the fucking world, right?
Yeah.
I think he was. I don't know if he still is. But these people live in a fucking fairy tale. What you need is someone that has grown up, in my opinion, what you need is someone like Nelson Mandela, right? That has grown up in some kind of poverty or grown up in some kind of hardship where they actually have a relation to the real world. The problem is these guys have all come from Harvard University, or their parents have like George Bush II, like all this fucking shit. Yeah, it's like they look at it as like prime stock. But what I actually think is like you need someone that can relate to the people that has been around from in the universe that we live in. Because you and I live in a universe, right? Kids in Africa live in a fucking universe. Oprah lives in a fucking universe. We're not even in the same universes.
Right, yeah.
Her idea and The Rock's idea of what it is to be a normal person day to day is so far gone.
Yeah.
You know, so I genuinely don't. I think we need someone strong. I think we need someone that has I think we need a new party that has all the best ideas of both nurturing and strength. And what we need someone but that's the thing. They don't want anyone with a moral compass anymore. They want someone they can just control.
Yeah.
And that be it. No one wants a moral compass anymore. A moral compass is fucking gone a long time ago. The bar is a lot lower.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You've seen Sexy Red?
Yeah, well, look, the leaders that you've had in the past as Americans, like some of the greatest leaders in world history, and they you did make a good point that they should come from at least like a working class background. But America's had great leaders coming from all backgrounds.
I don't disagree
You've
that.
had aristocratic, like super well-bred, blue chip collar people. You've had kind of poor people that have strung themselves up from their bootstraps or whatever. All great. You've had great Republicans. Had great Democrats. You've had great left-wingers. You get great right-wingers. But right now you have none.
Yeah, exactly.
Zero.
Yeah, and it's like I just genuinely think the world has become such a corrupt place that now they're just like, you know what? These two guys, let's get them to talk mad shit.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get everyone else to talk mad shit about each other. And then we're just going to get away with all the fucking trafficking, dog.
Yeah, all the kitty trafficking.
It's like...
Which that list, to this day, I mean, you guys fumbled the ball hard on that one.
What do you mean?
The list of pedophiles that Ghislaine Maxwell sold young kids to.
Yeah.
She has the list.
Where is the list?
She's in jail. She has the list.
In her pocket.
Yes, the list is there. But why do we not know who is on that list? How is that possible?
It makes complete sense if you actually think about it. If this was a movie, you would have, like, the whole compass of the movie is the bad guys making sure no one finds out about that list, and then the good guys releasing the list, and then all the people that did those bad things get arrested at the end of the movie.
But
right?
why has
But the
that
problem
not
is because the world isn't a world isn't a fucking movie, bro. It's a dark place.
Yeah, but I would, you know what I mean? Like, shouldn't you vote for at least someone who's saying, I'm going to get the fucking list?
Yeah.
Why isn't Trump and Biden running
because
on the list?
all their homies are fucking just
on the list.
smashing kids, bro.
They're probably on the list.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't. I don't know if I think Trump
is
banned
definitely
him.
on the fucking list.
Bro, I heard that he banned him from his island or something.
He did, but he flew with him and hang out with him quite a few times.
Yeah.
It was him and Jeffrey were chummy as fuck.
Yeah,
I thought the same
then
thing.
again, you might be hell chummy with someone and not know what the fuck, like, and then they slowly start to show their true colors, and you're like, bro, you're banned. Like,
don't
get the
think
fuck
so.
away from me.
Because when Jeffrey got...
I don't think every rich person is a pedophile, eh?
No, but they've known about Jeffrey for a long time, just like they knew about Harvey Weinstein for a long time. Like
I wonder when he banned him. But yeah,
he banned him after the first conviction.
Do you think that every rich celebrity is a pedophile?
No. But hang on, just going back to Trump. Trump is definitely.
You think he's a pedophile?
No, I don't think he's a pedophile, but
he loves
definitely
pussy.
tight with them. He's tight with them.
Yeah,
And
but I mean, like that's if it was like completely like, it's almost like you turn a blind eye. You're like, where'd you get these girls from? You know what I mean? Like if they were trafficked or something, then that's not good.
Let me read
right?
you.
But if you're Donald Trump and like, just say you're a hell rich cunt, right?
Yeah.
And then you meet some dude that's like, yo, I got an island full of pussy, eh? And you're like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. I'd like to go there. And then you go there, and then you start to put the two and two together, and you go, huh? I wonder how they all speak Spanish. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And they all look very sad. And then you start to think, oh, okay, that's where he got these girls from. That's not good.
All right.
And then you bail out that island, but then you're still on the list, bro.
Okay.
And now he's got you by the balls.
All right. Here's one thing.
Does that make sense though?
I do. Yeah.
Like that would be like if I was a fucking celebrity, man, like, and I ended up on that list, I'd be like, you got me. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just going to read.
I'm not saying there's not sick fucks out there.
I'm just going to read this. These are things that Trump has said about his own daughter. Okay? Because I always
what does
get
that have
this,
to do with anything?
Because I always get this thing about the Trump. He's the only non-pedophile in that fucking crew.
Oh, so he's saying crude shit about his daughter. Let me hear it.
Donald Trump, during an interview with the Wedding Williams, was asked that he and his daughter both what he and his daughter both consider their favorite things, and he said, sex. We both like sex and golf. Okay.
Yeah, that's like.
Here's one. If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'll be dating her. This was when Ivanka was like 20, 21. She has the best body. I created her. This is his daughter. Who needs a first lady when you have a first daughter?
I think
Trump told Stormy Daniels, "You remind me of Ivanka," right before sex.
That's weird.
If I weren't happily married and her father.
Oh no, that's fucking weird.
Is it wrong? Hang on. Is it wrong?
Weird.
Is it wrong to be more sexually attracted to your own daughter than your wife?
Yuck. Why'd you tell me that?
I can't believe. Hang on, here's one.
Yeah.
According to AIDS, he said Trump talked about Ivanka's breasts and her backside and what it might be like to have sex with her, said former Chief of Staff John Kelly.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So all you cunts being like, no, Trump is the only fucking non-fucking pedo. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna find these videos. I'm just gonna play
I never
it.
said that Trump was the only non-fucking pedo. I'm
No,
just
not
saying
you,
that
not
everyone made it out to be that every rich person is a pedo, which I'm like kind of starting to think like, I'm like, is that the thing? Do you just get so bored that you're like, sex?
Yeah. Well, I don't look. It's only Trump that people.
Eminem was on the fucking
piss me off
island,
about.
bro.
Yeah, but Trump people piss me off because they are so
Naive.
hardcore. We want the truth. But then when it comes to this fucking total cunt asshole, they like turn a blind eye.
Yeah, I think like, but a lot of people resonate with him because he's got that no bullshit kind of like thing. I think that's
so
like
do
a very
most
old
pedophiles.
school, and it's got that old school mentality. That's why a lot of men resonate with him,
Of course.
and then a lot of men's wives go, I resonate with him because my husband resonates with him as well. And I think you've got a lot of states that are pretty backwards in the world.
Yeah.
Like they're, some states are, 10 years ahead of the others.
all the reasons people like Trump are like, we're all kind of aware of it. He's
Yeah,
no
I
nonsense.
think
He's against the woke
good
stuff.
stuff.
But like, surely
But if I had to pick a lesser between two evils, I would pick Trump over Biden.
you're out of your mind, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I would. I look at Biden, I just think, what the fuck is pulling the strings with that? It's not him, it's what's behind him that terrifies me.
Yes, and why is it that, look, Trump why do you trust that Trump does not have the exact same kind of shitty system behind him?
I don't know. I just
Does he look trustworthy?
You know what? If I you know what? Okay.
I can't believe
No. I'm saying, if I seen that cunt in a bar and he just started talking the way he was doing, I'd be like, this guy's fucking hilarious. I would drink a beer with him. If he wasn't the president I didn't know, and he talked the way he did, I'd be like, this guy's pretty funny.
Would you let Trump babysit your kids? Or would you let your missus sleep over at Biden's house or Trump's house?
Oh, way rather Biden's house. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You're right. I see your point. But I don't know. There's something in me that just thinks the way they use, out of everyone, they pick that cunt. Like, it freaks me out what's behind him and what's being pushed.
It's Biden
all
or Trump?
That wealth, Biden.
Okay.
All that wealth, all that accumulated wealth from years and years of fucking media, propaganda, and pulling puppet strings and getting the public to really rally up and start fighting with each other. What scares me is behind him, I just think like Bohemian Grove, like fucking cultist
for
type,
sure, bro. But
demons fucking raping people.
This
like
is
that's
what
I
fucking
feel
pisses
like.
me off is that everything you've the power, the money, the influence,
That's what
the
terrifies me.
sexual deviancy, right?
Yeah.
All of that applies to Trump just as much, bro.
The only reason why is because I think that in some respects, why the fuck does Trump want to run for president when he's already a billionaire?
Because he wants power.
Yeah, but like,
But here's the thing, bro.
Why
Hang
is-
on. Go back to the.
why is
hang on.
Biden-
Back to the previous point. Like, if we look at money, who has more money, Trump or Biden?
this debate. I can't be fucked losing a debate on camera. I just don't want to lose another debate with you on camera. Just leave me alone.
Let's just say this. Let's Let's
Just
end it
fuck
here because
off.
I have to go.
Yeah.
The American system is in a really bad place, and I want to have fun with it and make fun of them,
Yeah.
but I just feel more sad than anything else.
Yeah.
I really love America. I like it. I love America. I think it's a great place. I think it's an amazing culture. I think it's like there's some really bad things about America. There's some fucking awesome things about America. And if I was born American, I'd be like, fuck yeah, this is sick. But what they've just done with everything that they have is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's a government by retard.
I don't know if you'd be proud if you're American though, because you're
Not
quite
right now.
You're quite a you stand up for what you believe in, bro. I reckon you would. I reckon you'd struggle to be proud of if you were African American. I would think you'd find it hard to be proud to be American.
Definitely.
just because of how your personality is.
Well,
Like,
no, because look,
I don't know that you would be like a diehard patriot. I know it'd be cool to be
disagree.
American.
I disagree. There's a lot of African
There's a lot of fucked up shit that happened with the African Americans.
for sure, but there's a lot of African American patriots. Like a lot of African Americans
heaps, man.
have expressed that they would never, even despite everything that happened in
Do you
America.
think you'd be a hard patriot?
Yeah. America's great. Like,
Yeah.
look, like a lot of African Americans have said that despite everything that America has done to them, victims of the American systems, if you will, they'll still not rather live anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I have to respect that. Like, that's a great country. It's a great culture. African Americans have built American culture. They built America, and then they built American culture. Like they did. And it's like cowboys and African Americans. Honest. Like, that's American culture. Cowboys and fucking African Americans. And so I would still be proud of like this country that
I would be proud,
have.
and the reason I've just thought of the reason why, right? And I don't look at shit as deeply as you do. We've just figured this out. Like I'm like more surface level type shit, right? I just want to fucking keep my head above the dirt, bro, and just carry on living my life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to dig holes, G. But like, I know why I like Trump better, because I like guns and shit. I like eagles and Hummers and shit that goes fast. And that's what that cunt kind of represents in a fucked up way.
Yeah.
And that's why I can resonate more than him. Not because I think he's a better person or better human being than Biden, because I genuinely don't. And that's, if I'm going to be completely honest with you as to why, that's it. Because when I picture the Republicans, I just picture fucking guns.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and
I love
hats
that. The New York real estate executive represents guns, eagles.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
The guy from Queens who lives in a skyscraper represents hunting, wildlife, and
fuck yes.
The guy.
We need more of that over here, bro.
That's right.
Fucking sick, and AC/DC and shit.
Yeah.
You know, America's fucked, bro. It's so fucked. The Vietnam War was horrible, but best soundtrack. You know what I mean? Like, I just look at the positives of all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, we got to wrap this up. What was it? Oh, fuck. I was about to say something. I totally forgot. Spaced it.
What were you going to say?
I forgot. I had something to say, but I forgot. Anyway, doesn't matter. Angry Africans, new episodes every week. Please, if you watch the whole thing, share with your friends. There's clips out every day.
We appreciate it.
The weekend. Well. Yeah. We really appreciate it, man.
We do. We really do. We
Yeah.
work a lot. We work really hard. We're trying to build something, and we're excited that you guys actually listen to the shit that we talk about, man. Like, it's really cool to know that. So, yeah, leave a comment. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, and yeah, man.
Also, if I can put it out, if you want us to talk about anything in particular, let us know, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah. We can talk about anything. We can talk about Trump, Biden. We can talk about Tabo's sexuality. Talk about anything, whatever you want, man.
I've been Tabo Chuma.
Wilco Wilkie.
Peace.
Later.
All right.